Now let's catch up with the drama in Parliament as Majority Leader Osei Mensah-Bonsu has reacted to Speaker Alban Bagbin's threats to block the approval of the budget. He says the Speaker does not have the powers or the authority to block the approval. He further indicates that the Speaker shouldn't have gone public with his rants. However, he agrees that the communication from Nana Asante Bediatu, the President's Executive Secretary, was wrongly worded. Here is Kwesi Parker-Wilson joining us via Zoom for a little bit more. Right, Kwesi, I hope you can hear me. Let's see if we can reconnect with Kwesi Parker-Wilson, who joins us via Zoom in Parliament. Kwesi, if you can hear me.
Yes.
Yes, wonderful. Tell us the latest.
I can hear you loud and clear. All right, so since yesterday, the country was actually thrown into shock when the Speaker of Parliament, Alban Bagbin, issued a threat to hijack the approval, and mainly because there was a communication from the Office of the President signed by the President's Executive Secretary, Nana Asante Bediatu, that government has revised the budget estimate for members of Parliament and also the judiciary, which the Speaker deemed the communication as inappropriate because the presidency does not have the powers to review or revise the budget estimate for members of Parliament or Parliament and also the judiciary. And so he indicated that he has written a letter to the presidency that they do not have the powers to do that, and asked the committee in charge to rather go back and look at the budget estimates, get an appropriate one, so that they can now forward it to the president. And again, he made the point that Parliament shouldn't be treated as a ministry or an agency where they have to submit their budget estimate to the Ministry of Finance. Now, getting a reaction or response from the Majority Leader, who of course delivered the budget on last week Friday, and the point he made was that the article the Speaker cited, and that scared me a bit, Kojo, the Speaker backed his argument with
Right. Kwesi, I don't know if you can hear us. Let's go live now to the chamber. Right. The First Deputy Speaker appears to be making some remarks right now. Right. Kwesi, do we have you? Right. Let's see if we can reconnect.
Yeah, I'm still here, Kojo.
Wonderful. Okay, so you were making a point. I missed the last part of it. Right, okay, I think we've lost...
Okay, so the point I was making was that the argument of the Constitution...
No, please go ahead.
Yeah, so I was saying that the argument as run by the Majority Leader is that the portions of the Constitution which the Speaker cited to back his defense does not apply to Parliament, but rather it only applies to the judiciary. So in effect, the Speaker misinterpreted that particular provision in the Constitution. Again, he claims that the Speaker does not even have the power to even block the approval of the budget, because normally when Parliament decides to approve a budget of the government, it goes through the clerk of Parliament, they sign and they forward it to the presidency. And particularly when the Speaker of Parliament is not a member of Parliament, it will be very difficult for him to even make any attempt to block the approval of the budget. And finally, he makes the point that, well, the wording, if you look at the communication, the wording was a bit inappropriate. And that is what got the Speaker of Parliament incensed, reason he decided to say the things that he said. But he believes that in spite of everything, the Speaker shouldn't have gone. There has been a background conversation, discussion going on between the presidency and the Speaker and Parliament, which he, Osei Mensah-Bonsu, represent as the majority leader. And so the president has indicated that they cannot meet your budget because in the basket, we cannot afford what we don't have. And so if we are having a conversation with you on that and you're still not happy with it, it is only proper and prudent to channel your grievances to the appropriate quarters and not to come to the chamber to raise concerns about what's been happening closed door. Yahweh tells me that, well, after the directive of the Speaker of Parliament, he has reached out to the president, who is now currently in La Côte d'Ivoire, and the information he has gotten is that, well, there is nothing they can do about it for now, because they cannot spend outside their budget. And because of the COVID-19 pandemic, they have to cut down on a number of budget estimates for the various ministries.